currently just walking around Kyoto Station, and I happened to find the stairs from Snafu, and what I think is the exact spot a couple of students took a selfie with Kyoto Tower in the background. When we were done exploring the station, we grabbed some food and hopped onto the luggage train. Choo choo.
That's pretty epic.
But due to some track maintenance, we walked back to the station to hitch a ride to the Arashiama monkey park. But in order to board the train, we had to answer a skill testing question.
Who's that Pokemon?
It's Pikachu!
It's Gengar!
As we walked along the Togetsukyo Bridge towards the park, I realized that we must be standing in the very same spot that served as the backdrop for Hiki and Hayato's argument in Snafu. But sadly, there was no way for us to get down to the spot, so we pushed onward through some of the most beautiful scenery Kyoto has to offer. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't slightly nervous to meet the monkeys, and this pamphlet certainly didn't help.
Monkey park, going to the monkey park. Oh, it's like a question thing. Food do monkeys in this park eat? I think it's one.
It's Kate, it gotta be. Boom.
What do the monkeys in the park hate? Being touched, being stared at, being hit by a stone.
All three. Boom. We just passed our entrance exam.
Into any school we want.
After paying the incredibly cheap entrance fee of 500 yen and completing the 30-minute hike up the mountain, we finally caught a glimpse of our first monkey. This stop was sort of just one for the boys, so despite the light music club from K-On! Taking a trip here, we didn't go out of our way to line up any shots. But the god of romantic comedies wasn't being his usual self today because we happened to film some pretty familiar shots.
You're so polite.
You reached right in there.
You know how they say, don't meet your heroes? Well, that definitely holds true if your hero happens to be a forest of bamboo. This was actually one of my highest anticipated stops in Kyoto, and I couldn't wait to recreate the scene from my teen romantic comedy Snafu. But if I had to choose two words to describe the Arashiama bamboo grove, it would be overcrowded and underwhelming. Even on a weekday, you could hardly stop to take a photo, let alone try to recreate shots from a show. If you really want to check it out yourself, I'd recommend going sometime after 10 p.m. when the rest of the weebs are at home in bed with their body pillows. Unlike Tokyo or Osaka, getting around by public transit in Kyoto is a little tricky, so by the time we got some food and made it to the famous Fushimi Inari Taisha gates, the sun was beginning to set. After our experience at the Bamboo Grove, I was expecting to run into similar issues here, but to our surprise there really wasn't too many people, and we were about to find out why. Having done essentially zero research, we only came here because we thought seeing the famous 10,000 gates would be neat. We had no idea that there's actually a whopping 32,000 gates laid out in a maze-like pattern that takes over 2 hours to walk through. We truly were having our own test of courage. Despite stumbling around in the dark, listening to monkeys howl in the trees, we did manage to make a few friends along the way. The lookout had an incredible view of the city and gave us an idea of what to do next. With Ari's embarrassing attempt at winning us a Towawa-chan, we settled for the view of downtown Kyoto. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please don't forget to like and subscribe because next week's episode is based off of two of my favorite anime of all time, so you definitely won't want to miss that. There's only a few episodes left, but if you'd like to support a second season, I've got a link to my Patreon in the description below.